Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Cyan Abbasid Dynasty, we have 1puppypaw. Spawn on the top right side as the Pink Delhi Sultanate, we have Phronesis. House of Wisdom now deployed on the field. The mill doesn't seem too close to those berries, and maybe that's how the pathing sort of works with them. It looks a little bit off. It just seems a little bit farther away, like they could go close by one tile. Yeah, like that. So maybe you just play the mill in a bad spot there. Sure, you can play it. That not very important. That's just 5 fire armor. You know how the Dome of Faith now being deployed on the field? The Dome of Faith gives the access to mollusk, produces scholars 50% less cost, but slower from the landmark. Usually we see the Tower of Victory instead, but that is would allow them to deploy some good number of scholars. New age begun. There's only 2. There are 3 sacred sites on the field. You could perhaps just capture this one and wall off the entire center part. And you could perhaps wall off the entire parts outside the map with some military units. So you may be eyeing that. This map tends to be a bit laney. You now have the Ghazi Rider now advancing on forward. The Ghazi Rider hits harder, slower, with additional bonus damage versus heavy, but no bonus damage versus siege. We'll potentially get some good hits there. We do have a Camel Rider here, reduce the damage output by the Ghazi Rider by 20%. Got the Scout here as well. The Scout can engage the Scout. Camel Riders not being focused on. We've got 2 Camel Archers here, I should say, not Camel Riders. Camel Archers, they're basically a mounted archer when it comes to armor archer attack. They do decent damage, 12 plus 12 versus another light melee like a regular archer, but they are of course pretty expensive. Scholars have captured sacred sites before age 3. Those are going to be eyeing for the sacred sites sooner rather than later. Decent damage there. Also got the Scout being focused down. Golden Age tier 1 activated for Cyan. And it looks like when the Camel Archers do go down, does not finish off this Camel Rider or Ghazi Rider or Raider, which is very important because he has Scholars. He can heal that up, no problem. This Camel Archer is now receiving quite a bit of damage there. That one does go down. Ghazi Raider does go down now. And it's a Scout, which apparently does now 0 damage. I wonder if it still does 1 damage. Or does he simply has now no sword? Now the scholars can capture up these sacred sites. Going to plot these walls now. He may want to get the walls deployed out before he goes for any sacred sites, so he can buy himself some time before going up. These Ghazi Raiders now advancing forward. Ghazi Raiders charge on in, get some damage onto the villager, and does finish off that one there as well. Downsetter's firing away, has 11 guys there, so 11 extra arrows, and does finish off that one there. Do not have Pierce armor being reduced by Delhi Sultanate, as well as hack damage, and 1 dead wolf. Gonna heal up these forces now. Sacred site in the center being captured on up. We got 2 Ghazi Riders protection, but there's a lot of horsemen here, as well as Camel Archers. Scholar does go down there. Let's get that one captured on up. Ghazi Raider now seeing some fire. Of course, without that nearby camel there, these Ghazi Raiders are much weaker than these horsemen. Horsemen has 9 damage opposed to Ghazi Raiders 10 with that nearby camel, but the Ghazi Raiders do have slower attack speed than horse riders, so they're much more expensive while being worse than horsemen on 1v1 with these camel archers. So for a heavy horseman camel archer composition, the camel archers course do bonus damage versus spearmen. It's a powerful composition, to say the least. Of course, they're expensive and not easily massed. The sacred site could be captured. We still see the palisade walls going up here. Got the scholar capturing this side now. This sacred site's now being decaptured. Ooh, this camel archer went down the wrong path. Horseman goes down as well. Horseman does charge forward, force back these forces. There's a very, very large number of camel riders there. Unusual composition. We don't usually see more than just one or two. Not 6, with 3 more in the build queue. More of these Ghazi raiders now being pulled on the field. Now trying to charge them forward, trying to overrun the camels. Ghazi raiders focus on the camels. Now the camels aura is a little bit short, so it doesn't. As they get farther away from the horsemen, the Ghazi raiders will be able to fight the horsemen reasonably well. They're trying to pursue these camel riders. Got more camel riders now being pushed on out. Maybe we can get in the town center with them. A lot of these guys are quite wounded. Does find a good angle there. Gains a good damage from them. They do have a lot of inherent high damage, so the extra pierce armor from the horseman class is not that important. Nor is going for pierce armor. Scholar here gains good healing. Got the central sacred site captured on up. The scholar is not receiving a lot of damage. Ghazi raiders are starting going down. But he has double blacksmith researched out as well. Here, I guess it's the sound of camels. Soon we're going to have 5 scholars on the field. That's actually quite significant. In actuality, okay, that is the landmark one. They don't cost any population space? Is that correct? That may be a mistake. Sometimes a lot of stuff doesn't have show population space when you select on it. When they do have population space, that's just battering rams. Either way, Pink will have a very good medic force to support his army. He may be eyeing to go for some weird medic horseman-based play. More camel archers, jeez. Don't they take advice from Indy? No camels! Now we've got the military wing now in more field, which does give him 2 free camel riders. Those the not necessarily knight variation, but an anti-cavalry version camel, which does boost in for other cavalry. Which should be very effective versus Ghazi riders, that's for sure. It'll also allow them to get eventually composite bows and boot camp, but it looks like neither of them is going to be important. We're pushing forward. The camel archers can be easily overwhelmed. There's a lot of horsemen here. Do a good job of start stepping the camels. Military wing still has another 55 seconds. These forces are to be cleaned up. The villagers now coming forward to stab the horsemen. They're actually getting some good damage there. They don't have any hack armor just yet. That's still on the build queue. And the villagers are actually doing good work. Pink has lost so far 5 villagers. Those who all classify all civilians as of the scholars. But Simon's only lost 1 villager. And these villagers are still trying to stab these guys. Military wing's almost complete. He's really trying to hold out for those camel riders. His force is very, very small. 5 versus 28. Don't need to get out a lot of camel riders at the current rate. Camel riders will be excellent versus these guys' raiders. They'll just be straight superior in every single way. Barring play Pierce armor. I've got the 2 free camel riders. Camel riders have 270 health, which actually is very healthy. 14 attack. No inherent pierce armor. They do plus 14 versus cavalry, so they do 28 damage versus cavalry, which is a significant amount. As we'll start the camel on ease. They kill down one of the villagers, very nice. These villagers need to collect up some. Look at that. He has no food income at the moment, nor in his gold income is very, very minimal as well. I hear some more camel riders being pulled on field. Very nice. Trying to claim these forces. Trying to claim up some berries as well. Maybe get the deer first. He needs those resources. We got these forces put forward, so he's concerned about these Ghazi riders. He may want to go for some outposts. And got another multiple camel riders here. We got 3 camel riders in this region, as well as the camel archers. That's some great damage there. Sacred Site Victory is now approaching. He has an entire area not fully walled off. The spearman is still trying to build some more walls. You may need to get these Ghazi raiders engaged in camels just to stall for the walls to be complete. As area's walls have been completed, and we've got the exotic doggo eating some of those villagers. Here comes the Ghazi raiders. He does have the camel rider here. These villagers are going to receive some extra hits. Camel riders over here getting a lot of damage. They're trying to be focused down. It's not a great engagement. Camel riders have a lot of health, 270 health, nearly twice the amount of these Ghazi raiders at the moment. Look at that. All those Ghazi raiders do go down, so it has a good number of horsemen since he does not have enough forces out in the field. And here comes the camel riders being pushed on forward. This area has been walled off, so those Ghazi raiders can't retreat back in that region, but can retreat back in this region. I've got Castle Age here. Which landmark did he go for? House of Learning. Grants no immediate bonuses other than advancing the next age, but contains many unique technologies and religious technologies. Research rate. Let's queue them all up. Villagers and infantry garrison inside houses protection. Houses garrison gain arrows and plus 50% health. I don't remember seeing this landmark being selected all too often by the Delhi Sultanate. Mosques restore 2 health around inside of combat, so basic medical center. Increase the sight range of outposts by 50% and weapon range by 1. Okay, nothing too significant. Man arms and lancers equipped with Kilji, increasing the damage by 3, so that actually is very good there. As well as hearty rations, nothing too significant there. Yeah, most of this technology is not that great. Sure, that some unique things like the housing can protect villagers and gain arrow attacks. But even then, I say the only thing that's really good is probably this Honed Blade. I don't know if it is unique to this one. It says contains many unique economic and religious. I suppose maybe they're all unique. I don't know. It's hard to say. But it does also pair well with the AH4 wonder that gets food generation based on more technology research. That could eventually give them a nice little tithe of food. We got a good number of camel archers here. Now we also got some lancers here. Camel archers do bonus damage to these spearmen, and we've got some crossbowmen here, which camel riders are not, while the lancers are heavy. Trying to torch down this palisade gate now. Oh, that's a Golden Age tier 2. Or maybe not. Oh, neutralized secret site, that's what it was. I forgot that he had all 3 secret sites captured. Kingston claims some relics. He has 2 garrison, one more on the way. Has rebuilt that wall there. Spearman here will try to stab this camel archer. And he was successful, but he took a lot of hit damage from those 2 arrows. Was it 3 arrows? Big wave researchment by Pink now. Sign does have a smaller force, but overall has a higher quality of force. Some man-at-arms here. Just stables and archer range. Going for regular archers now. We got a good number of lancers now pulled on the field as well. And I got this camel rider engaging these Ghazi riders. And it looks like one camel rider can take on 3 Ghazi riders. This point is not being decaptured at the moment. This also gives the Deadly Sultanate a lot of extra free gold generation. 375 gold generation, I believe. I think each one provides 125 gold per minute, which is a significant amount. Got a good number of archers here as well. They do have the composite bow research as well. Very, very nice. You perhaps could get this boot camp, which will increase the health of his archers. These villagers could be focused down right there. He does kill off one more villager there. We got 6 man-at-arms here. The man-at-arms can be very effective versus opponent's composition, barring the lancers. And this is a scout, not a Ghazi rider. Trying to pull out forward, spring gold, very nice. Abbasid Dynasty can force to pull out these more advanced siege weapons, like the Mongols. Of course, Mongols do require stone, the improved stone research to get the mangonel and the spring gold, but they can also pull out the traction trebuchet. Now this force now pushing forward. That's still just a scout there. Sign does, or Pink has a significant force here now with 1 mangonel that can help really engage these archers, but that can be easily overran. Got good number of crossbowmen here as well. They can perhaps get some good hits on those lancers, preventing the mangonel from being overran. Now it's trying to make its way forward. Mangonel fires a volley there. Gets a deadly hit there on those archers, and now the spearmen man-at-arms are pushing their way forward. Doesn't have any regular archers here, but crossbowmen will probably be a little bit better in this situation to help engage the lancers. Man-at-arms and spearmen advancing forward. Camel archers are having trouble engage the spearmen. They won't do any additional damage versus the man-at-arms. Finds a decent volley there. Now looks like Pink's trying to recapture the central sacred site, and whatever damage he sustained will be healed by the scholars, because he has an absurd number of scholars. And he's going to go take down re-wall the region. The scholars need to get back on the sacred site, and now they are. Does build a palisade gate there. Sign has broken through this region. Perhaps get this area decaptured. There's 2 spearmen as well as a scholar. And they get annihilated. King's now advancing forward. Does have 2 spring goals in this mix. We got multiple spring goals here as well. Lancer does go down there quite quickly. It does take out some of these, oh no, there's those man-at-arms, not villagers there next to that mill. He's starting advancing forward. A lot of large number of archers here. A nice little choke point. They have 8 damage. The man-at-arms currently has 6 pierce armor, which means they can withstand quite a bit of abuse from these veteran archers. Agonel fires a volley there. Rolls a miss onto those archers. Trying to pull out some more spring golds here. He's get some of these guys yet. They're starting to split on them. Got a pretty sizable flank here, trying to overrun. Perhaps he's going to try to get the spring gold. No, he does not. He's forced trying to back on off in the region. Spring gold has been blowing field, trying to snipe this Maganel. He still has his own spring gold here. Finds good volley there, hits the Maganel. Maganel is not being spawned, and the spring gold does go down. Not spring gold, Maganel does go down. He starts advancing forward. Town center only has 3 people inside to fire. And now spring gold's getting hit. And now some of these things are being picked off by those crossbowmen. And are still pushing on forward. Doesn't need to pull out any more camels at the moment, since his opponent's not pulling out horsemen, barring just one Ghazi rider, currently still alive. And now we've got a pair of Maganels we can pull out on the field as well. Very, very nice. You get those up and going, you can put some big holes into the formation. So it needs a number of structures here to get the Age 2. Not Age 2, Golden Age 2. Trump pushes it forward. Maganels fires a volley onto the ground forces. Gets some good hits there. Springald's getting some hits there onto the Maganels. Science Springald's trying to advance it forward. Trying to pull back Springald to hit each other. And Cyan does take it out. He does not get killed off in return. Now Cyan Springald's going to get some great work done. He's trying to avoid all these archers. There's a lot of infrastructure still here. One house has been set ablaze as well. Archers do fall back there. Maganel's trying to get a shot off. And his forces are just generally falling back. There is a palisade gate over here, though he's not going towards it. Right now, Science is pulling out more archers. Pink's not pulling out any more force on them, so he's just going to try to run away. Now trying to gauge his archers, and the Maganellos are way back here, as well as the Lancers. Overall, Science doing a good job of sort of stepping away. And these man-at-arms start to go on down. This crossbowman here. Villager count is in favor of Pink, 75 to 65. Science has not gotten a second town center out, and Pink's now going for a second town center, so both sides have minimal. More of these mills being pulled on out. Do farms count as Golden Age? No, they do not count as Golden Age. Of course, the houses can. Agonel's trying to advance it forward. Oh wait, that's his own. The sacred site is currently decaptured, so Sai doesn't have to worry about that being an issue, the sacred site of victory. Heard a relic being picked on up, not sure where. Actually, Sign grabbed it. There we go. Sign has picked it up. Now it looks like Cyan's going to try to claim this gold. Sending in for 5 villagers. A small number there. Waiting for the stone here. Maybe eyeing for a keep. He gets Magno pushing forward. What Magno's firing some follows down the palisade gates. And does not get that outpost forward out in time. Cyan does have a handful of crossbows here as well. He's trying to push forward. This is a good time for Magnos to get a good volley in. Outpost does go down there. Just making a soft trek back to his little town. And now we do have, sounds like another relic being picked on up. Looks like some of the science forces are going down to pull out 2 spring golds here. There's the big forces right there. Magano's running away, trying to avoid the spring gold fire. Nothing's in town center right now. Trying to hold the line. Pink has a significant army here, mostly composed of crossbowmen and man-at-arms. Does have some lances being pulled on out. Now push way forward. Trying to step away with his archers. They're good, but they're not. They can't hold the line. Do know how this Magno push way forward, trying to find a volley into the air, and will find a decent hit. Of course, crossbowmen is exactly effective versus these archers, but the Magno, there we go, and Cyan does back up the game now. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.